Campaign COMICSGATE Live 78 Review.
Hail Caesar! Hail Caesar!
Hail Caesar!
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
We've got Mr. Doug to Naples,
beard
Doug himself,
boy.
Nobleman Doug. Depending on how
Doug
you feel about him, here he is. Hail,
Hail,
brother.
Doug
A lot of people are mad, but you know what, Doug?
Tard.
You said you didn't blame War Campaign last night, so hail Doug.
My War Campaign people. War Campaign are my people.
Hail.
We're gonna try to keep it that way.
That's right. And
We're gonna work it all out tonight.
That's right.
we got Black Cap in the house. Hail, Black Cap. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, guys. How you guys doing?
Hail.
Doing good, man. Ready to get into the thick of it. All right, so Black Cap, why don't you take us back, to the good old days when adjacency really wasn't a thing.
Beard boy. Ooh, it's Doug
I
Tard.
mean,
Man, he's going. I know he's dude.
Here he
No
goes.
foreplay.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
To the
Let's hear it.
bone.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a straight up, you're not to say it was you're with us or you're against us kind of thing, but it was we all had a particular ideal. We didn't want, a lot of that forced agenda in comics, and we wanted to comics to go back to where it used to be. Being fun, being an escapist medium, something that you can enjoy, something that you can sit back and talk about when
Hugs.
you finish reading the book.
Happy. Yeah.
And then, slowly it morphed into something that just
Mighty Morphin
took on a
Power
whole
Rangers.
different meaning. Now
Yay.
you have splinter groups within
Whee!
COMICSGATE,
I like
which is kind of
Splinter.
weird.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Not really
Turtles.
weird, but
Yeah.
not too weird because when a group as big as COMICSGATE becomes as big as we are, there's going to be splinter groups. There's going to be divisions. There's going to be
Ninja Turtles.
small
Yeah,
little
baby,
cliques
they're
and
Ninja
things
Turtles.
within the community itself, or the community itself. But the whole idea behind being comics adjacent, I find kind of odd and a little weird.
COMICSGATE adjacent.
Beard
COMICSGATE
boy.
adjacent, correct. Mainly because of the effects I've seen in other industries, so to speak. For example, role playing. I used to do a lot of role playing in the
Roleplay.
past.
Yeah.
And,
Ooh.
like around the
Shadow
time
is
of
wins.
Dungeons and Dragons 3.0, where you had the OGL and you had D20, something that had the D20 license first of the D20 logo, versus something that was OGL, which is kind of like being
Damn,
D20
brother, you a nerd.
He's talking LARP speak. He's talking LARP.
We thought you were in the NFL, like Jacksonville Jaguars.
Nah, bro.
You're like us, brother.
Jiminy Christ.
Yeah.
Look at that. Holy cow.
Yeah.
He's talking about the
Retard
OGL,
campaign
man. That's
indeed.
the open gaming license. That's the D&D open source version. I mean, holy
Hey,
cow.
Cap, what's the best edition of D&D?
The best edition of D&D I've played so far has been 3.0.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Commentary.
Yeah, and then 3.5 before the power creep and all the extra
Hold
stuff.
on, I'm just going to interrupt you for 1 second. We got Jesse Miller at the Crow's Nest in the house.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
he's
beard
out.
boy.
He's leaving. You know what? He's going to Panama. You know what, Jesse Miller? I got no hard feelings, brother. We spoke yesterday.
Panama.
I hope that your life, things work out for you, and that man, people got a lot of good feelings for you, brother. I gotta say.
We're rooting for you, Jesse. We're rooting.
Panama.
I mean, look,
Jesse,
even if
best wishes, brother.
yeah, don't let anybody drag you down. You can send us messages from Panama, brother. Hail.
Panama. Yeah. Panama.
There we go. And then we got Doug. So Doug, I mean, we got a lot of people here in the chat. I mean, I've seen some FUs to Doug.
Oh yeah.
Already?
No.
Yeah.
Daddy, no say bad word.
That's right.
Mommy,
That's
Ren will
Please,
come and
mods,
hit
don't
you
ban
all.
anybody who's
Don't do that.
swearing
Don't
at
say
me
bad
or
word.
at
Don't say bad
Doug.
words to Doug
I
Tard.
mean, especially
Yeah.
if you're
Don't
swearing
do
at
that.
Doug.
Be respectful.
If
Respect
Crypto
Doug
Cuckold
Tard.
comes into the,
Yeah,
the chat,
respect
just let
your
him be.
elders.
Let him talk his shit.
Oh, Dougie.
Let everybody
Dirty
be.
Dougie.
Not too worried.
Oh,
Yeah, we're not
he
too
needs to
worried
take
about
a
it.
shower.
But
Open
Mommy
forum.
always says
Open
take a
forum.
shower.
That's
Mommy
right, Doug.
Ren
What do you
does.
think? I mean, if people
This
calling
man
you,
doesn't. He needs to
basically
do
that
that.
you woke
That's
up
bad
this
for
morning
him.
and then you doubled
His
down
wee
what
wee
you
will
said
fall
last
off.
night.
Why is wee wee falling off?
Yeah,
No.
I stand by.
No.
I stand by every single
No.
thing I said. I've said always.
So Nasser is the most COMICSGATE guy ever?
Nasser's very comic. I just got off the phone. Nasser's a friend of mine.
I like Nasser too. I like the fact that he's separated from crypto comics. That was a very good move.
Absolutely.
Get away
A lot
from
of
the
people are
bad
separated
man.
from crypto
That's a
comics.
very
And
bad
And a
man.
lot of people
Not
have
a
talked
good
to
man,
crypto
no.
comics, you know,
No,
behind
that
the
man
scenes.
bad.
We
Have
got
you talked to
Brendan
Bad
Crypto
man
Pitts.
Comics
bad.
behind the scene, Doug?
What's that?
Have you talked to Crypto Comics behind the scene?
I went on a show last night for 2 minutes that he was on. And I
Did you tell
talked
him to
him.
fuck off?
No,
And that he
absolutely
shouldn't
Bad
be
word,
threatening
bad
using
talk. Don't
Indiegogo,
do that.
creators to
Respect
dox
your
people?
elders.
Because that's what you should have said. That's what I would have said.
Well, don't tell me what to say. I can
Respect
figure that out
Pentard.
myself.
Okay.
I asked him. I
But for
said,
the good of ComicsGate, you should say that to people like him.
well, I'm here to tell the truth. And all I said to him was, "Were you the guy in the video who put up 2 real guns?" And he said, "Yes,
That's
I
not the
was."
worst thing he did. Like, we're past that. We don't give a shit about his stupid gun.
Yeah, I
video.
know, but dude, I
we
can't
care
get
about
to
the
the
fact that he
I can't go to the phone
threatened
book.
to use Indiegogo creators like Nasser.
I know, but I can't go
dox
to the
people.
phone
He
book
explicit-
Let me
I can't
just hear
document-
Doug. Let me hear Doug, man.
to make relationships with
Man.
Indiegogo creators so that I can get information
Yeah.
on people to dox them.
Absolutely.
You can't have that in
Absolutely.
Comicsgate.
Bro,
There's
bro,
no two
bro.
ways about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You
Let me
gotta-
hear
There's
Doug.
too many
Doug.
details. I can't get the whole phone book of this soap opera that's been going on, and everyone
Yeah.
passes around all these freaking code names. I'm just saying, dude, one thing at a time. I told you what
Right,
I did last
right,
night when I
right.
went on that show. No, I didn't repeat that whole giant backstory soap opera you just gave me. You want to
No,
give
no,
me
no.
one thing at a time? And
Yeah, all right.
we'll go through it.
All right. Let's
See,
back up. Let's
he's
back up.
admitting
Well,
he's
can we-
Doug Tard.
Ben,
Yeah.
Ben, let me-
Doug
let
Tard
me
is
back
Doug
up.
Tard.
Let me
Yeah.
All
Doug
right.
Tard.
So put it this way,
See,
right?
Doug Tard
There's the-
old. Doug Tard can't
This is
remember
really where
things.
it came
He
down
has
to.
some
Fail
issues.
Pamela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we got a lot of,
And
there's a lot of
Doug, with all
emotion.
due respect, I love you, and like I consider your loyalty true, and that's what I respect about
Dude,
you. And that's
I
even
stand
sticking
with
up for
you.
Nasser. I respect that.
Exactly.
I want you
Respect
to
Doug
explain
Tard.
it for
You need to
us,
respect the Doug
and just
Tard.
to understand the
We're
full
gonna,
story. So
as you know what?
let's
as
get to the
SG
bottom
We
of
got
it
a long
tonight.
night. We got a
We
long
do.
night.
We
Yes.
got this is
Let's do
fire,
it.
brothers. Fire.
This is
Fire.
Let's do
good,
it.
guys. Spread this link out because we got some stuff to get down on. This is good entertainment. This is the best thing on YouTube right
Retweet.
now.
Well, this is the war campaign. You know, we got Brennan over here. His name is Brennan something or other. Brennan Pitts. Condescending bullshit. War campaign is on Doug's leash.
Wow.
Not true.
we are fans of Doug, and we respect Doug, and we have loyalty to Doug because he has loyalty to us.
We are handsome men. We're committed to each other. We
right.
D&D together. We love
Absolutely.
comics.
Nerds.
We have
Oh,
big
nerds.
disagreements between us right now, and I want all you guys to
Nerds.
see. The internet says there's no way out of this. We have to escalate. We have to keep
Absolutely.
launching
No.
after each other. We have to take sides. That's not what we do. Okay, we can
Talk
disagree.
it out.
Every one of these guys can say "f you" to me, and we're still friends.
No, we don't have to say F you. I
we're
mean,
not
we don't have to
saying
go
that.
that far.
I'm
Yeah, we
just
don't have
saying.
saying that.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
dude. This is like if it was like 20 years ago or in the 70s, we go out in the parking lot and maybe we get in a fist fight and everything's cool.
That's right. That's right. Okay, we got
But
Brad the Observer.
I just want to
Yeah.
calm the chat down and go, guys, this giant get this half of the internet against this half of the internet in Comicsgate ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna fly. Ain't gonna fly.
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
can't have known doxers in Comicsgate. That's basically.
I agree.
the whole
I
thing.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
do say call out doxers and Matt needs to be rightly shut down. And I talked to him.
There you go.
With no vitriol. With the same thing.
Oh wait,
same way
you
I
just
treated
doxed him.
Jesse.
You said his name is Matt. You said his name is Matt.
His
He's
name
gonna
is-
say that you
boo-boo for
doxed him
Doug
now
Tard.
because that's what he does. He
2
plays
points
victim
negative.
every day. He says,
Gryffindor.
"Oh my God, you doxed
Yeah, all right,
Well,
anyhow.
He's the actual doxer.
I don't know
All
what
right,
House
Pat,
of Harry
slow down,
Potter
bud.
is
All right,
in.
Now,
yeah,
can,
you-
I- can I give you an honest assessment though of what? Because I've been
Hail them.
listening to these people. I've been making judgments. I've been listening to these people making judgments, as you know. And Matt does not come off to me as someone who'd back those guns up. So I don't see him as a real danger. That doesn't excuse
No,
what
he's not
he
a
did.
danger.
What he
He's
did.
just a.
What he did was.
He got scared
Yeah.
because I said that, you know what, you called me and the war campaign a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to fight you in the
Okay,
streets.
hold on a
you know?
second. I
And
wanna
he
give
got
the-
scared and he said,
yeah.
"Oh my God, I'm gonna get guns into
All right,
it."
all right,
He
all right.
brought
Wait a
it
second,
to
wait a
a
second,
whole
brother.
another level.
Let me put it this way, right?
The guy's a pussy.
We are internet tough guys. That's what the war campaign is. We're internet tough guys. All right. So, I mean, Black Cap over here is an actual tough guy. We're internet
Yeah.
tough guys.
Yeah.
No
It's
doubt.
different, right?
Yeah, Black
He
Cap's
was on the
a
Jacksonville
NFL.
Jaguars.
Yeah,
That's right. Pro.
All right. So hold on a second. I got Brian the Observer for $5. Hail, brother. He says, tell that Nephilim bastard that he owes my friend John Luke an apology. He just wanted to protect customers.
Hail, Brian the Observer. Thank you for the super chat.
Hail Nephilim name. I like that.
Yeah.
Wait. These retards have super chats? Oh,
There
God.
we go. All right, let's see here. We got 3D Robin. Nasser often used to joke about doxing his customers. Well, jokes are jokes.
Yeah.
Nasser is autistic. What else is there here? We got Lion Man. Lion Man says, get in line, Doug, or it'll never stop. This is the shit they pull. Funny that they
Hey,
get
Doug,
mods.
Lion Man is your biggest fan, and he
Love
is an EVS hater. What do you think about that, Doug? Some of your biggest fans, that claim to be your biggest fans,
100%
hate
fine with it.
EVS.
100% fine with it.
Okay, he says this is the
Even
shit
that they hate Caesar?
Dude, I got all kinds of people who hate Caesar and hate you. And I got a lot of your friends who hate me and hate Tim Lim.
No, none of our friends hate you,
People
brother.
hate us.
No, dude,
No,
look,
nobody hates
wait,
you. Nobody hates you.
look at the freaking chat. Look at the chat. I'm just
Funny.
saying, dude.
Well, let
Funny
me
that
say,
Hold on, let me just read
Lion
the comment.
Man makes
Pat.
me laugh.
All right,
Lion
funny
Man
that
makes
they
me
get mods on every big CG channel. Think that's by accident? Doug has the balls to call out the bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like the fighting in Comicsgate. That has to end. That ends tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love campaign.
I don't like Jesse.
Yeah.
So
So yes, okay. So hold on a second. So yesterday you
boy.
came in guns blazing, right? And what
you
was
got a little-
overall? What was the problem? What was the problem
Manicure,
for you, brother,
pedicure
overall?
thingy there.
You know, the big problem is
Yes.
um,
Little
what happened
fluffy
to
there.
Master troubled me, and
Little
what happened to
fluffy dart.
Handyman troubled me.
Little fluffy bro.
So these are friends of mine, fellow creators, Comicsgate in full. And
So you
I-
do know Handyman
Hold on,
closely?
Pan.
You talked to
Pan.
Brad?
easy. One,
I just
one-
want to know, like, you know,
Pan,
Can I,
it's-
Pan,
Doug,
let me
have
tell
you
my
talked to
story
him?
real quick. Let me tell my
Yes, of course.
because this is the reason, right, for why I came out swinging.
Okay.
And they started dogpiling my friend Nasser, and he was troubled. And when my friend is troubled, I'm troubled. Just like Ro, when you were troubled with Ethan, I was troubled. And then and I did not turn my back on you, bro.
Mhm.
Everyone else, Ro this, Ro that, not Doug TeNapel.
Oh, that's true. It's true. Absolutely.
And
We
then-
count you as a friend, Doug. I mean,
Better
you
believe
know
it.
what? Yeah. We're here to talk. I mean, obviously you're on the hot seat, but
Dude, it's not hot. I'm not afraid. I'm cool.
There you go.
When you stand on principle, it don't matter.
so there we
Don't
go.
matter.
Perfect.
And that's
I-
why we
and-
respect you. 'Cause
And
you
bro,
do.
I'm telling you, I'm in the right. I
Respect
did
that
my
time.
homework. And
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I'm here
so
to-
let-
I'm
Doug,
here-
we
I'm here
disagree
to
on that, but we
straighten-
respect your loyalty and your standing on principle always.
I do the
Oh,
same
look,
thing
it's
for any one of
Tuggy.
you.
Okay, let's hear
CG
it.
money
Yeah.
for
So-
CG projects.
So
Jason is not
Nasser's
CG.
troubled
Okay.
because of what
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who it was. I think it was Jesse, the moderator on Ikari Press, Bryce's show, was silencing him and kicking him every time he'd come on. Something like
That was
that.
on Cecil's show.
Well,
So
it
your
was
facts
on-
are already wrong.
I know, dude.
Oh, wait a second. Who was doing what? Somebody was kicking? Who was
Jesse Miller was going. He wouldn't post Brad's link on Cecil's show.
kicking? Brad's
And
link?
yeah, Handyman.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
another thing. is
Brad
like,
Brad was said why you know, he was mad about this. Then later that night, Jesse did his own show on YouTube, and Brad came on, and Jesse basically said, like, we can't have you working with Crypto Comics, and Brad said, why are you capping me off at the knees? You
Okay,
know,
I want to make two things
that was
clear.
it.
Okay. So number one, okay, Jesse Miller is his own man. He's a moderator on many channels, so he speaks for
he had every right
himself.
to say that.
Yeah, and he speaks for himself, and you know what? He's good. He stands for what he says, and I know that he's a man of principle. I've spoken to him before. Even now, okay, where I believe he's misled and he has, what he's in the wrong, but I know that still he's going on by what he thinks is correct.
Yeah.
So I can
yeah.
still.
Well, he
I
said
can
I'm
still
full of.
respect
He said I'm full of shit, and he said F Ethan and all these things. So I'm just saying, hail Caesar.
Right on, brother.
You know, I just want you to say there's some division in war campaign. You guys do some house
Well,
cleaning
wait a
over
second.
there.
Wait a second.
Oh,
wait a second.
House
there's no
cleaning.
division in working.
No. So this is it. Yeah, I want to make that.
True, Douglas.
We always hail Caesar.
I want to make that very clear. Okay. So anybody who goes against Caesar, first of all, if I say something, then that's what we're doing. That's what war campaign is.
Okay.
And anybody who goes against what I'm saying is no longer war campaign. Very simple. So this activity that went on with Mr. Brad Ashworth, where I didn't even know this fellow. I literally did not know his name.
Mhm.
Okay, that was not sanctioned. Any activity that happened on these streams or moderation or kicking him or whatever they were doing to him, nothing was sanctioned and nothing had been approved.
Good.
So that's the bottom line there. That is 100% where we
And
are
Ro, you
today.
spoke to Brad.
Good.
Tell
That's
us
right.
about
So
speaking
then
to
I got
Brad,
these
Ro.
messages from Brad, and he said to
Yeah.
me, "Bro, what's going on? Your guys are kicking me, this and that, or not kicking me. Your guys are coming after me. How do I make this stop?" I go, "I don't even know who you are. Give me a call."
Yeah.
Right. Then when I spoke to him, he explained to me that, he had worked with Crypto, but he had worked with him. Crypto had set up his Indiegogo, right? This fellow, Matthew, right? Matthew Mertz, he had set up his Indiegogo.
Mm.
And I said, well, I don't, he said, but I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know anything about his past. I said, well, all right then, brother. I mean,
And we believe Brad on that.
yeah,
It's
exactly. Then we
absolutely
said,
true.
I said, all right, that's fair. That's no problem. I told everybody, lay off this fellow because he has no idea. He's trying to sell his comic. He's trying to do his thing.
Well, I had a lot of war campaigners who use the logo coming after me today saying I'm a liar and I support doxers, and they wanted a refund on their campaign, and no one should back my campaign again, and not back Nasser and not back Candyman.
Doug TenNapel does not support doxers.
That's
and
right.
You know what, Doug?
Yeah,
I back
no,
your book, and
we
I'm
don't
not
believe in
pulling
that
out,
at
man.
all. Okay, put it this way, Doug. I think
But
you're an
Ro,
asshole.
that misinformation went around the internet and did huge
Here's the
damage.
problem, Doug.
Yeah,
Here's the problem with this. The problem is that these people can say whatever they want of their own volition, right?
That's right.
But no one else can speak on behalf of the actual war campaign. That's
right.
not how that works. Everyone else has a right to their opinion. I'm sure you would agree,
Yeah.
Anyone has the right to say whatever the hell they want, as
Yeah.
long as they're not harassing, abusing, whatever.
That's right.
But
on that, so
these people
go ahead,
make
Jeff.
up their own mind. So if they decide they don't like Nasser, if they decide they don't like this other guy, Brad, who I don't even know who the hell this guy is, Doug.
Good guy. He's a good man in full. One of us.
He could be, but I don't know him. So if they decide they don't want to do that and they go after him, that's on them. That's not official war campaign stance.
Okay.
Okay. So there is that, right? There's that. Then there's a second part to it here. Now, after this occurs and I speak to this fellow in question, Brad, and I speak to him in good faith, I start to see screens coming back to me over and over where this fellow is wandering into other chat rooms and running raids. Okay. And now all of the rest of these fellows are coming into those rooms as well. And, they're saying this and that against the war campaign. I mean, it becomes a whole thing. It becomes a sort of, let's put it this way. Like, you ever see that movie, Grease?
Oh,
Yeah.
Olivia
Yeah, sort of like that.
Love it.
Yeah, sort of like that. So what I'm trying to tell you here is you can't have it both ways. You can't play the sympathy card that you're being attacked and yet at the same time try to run some sort of, I would say, gay ops.
So, right, what happened is Doug Rowe, like a man, talked to Brad one-on-one, and worked this thing out. And then after that, after Rowe gave him his assurance that, the war campaign wasn't going to come out against him and do anything, which they never did in the first place, Brad went to all these rooms and even on open Twitter talked crap about war campaign after Rowe was a man about it. We can't
Not
respect
open Twitter.
All right, anyway, so moving on.
Yeah,
Look,
I got to check out the facts. I take your word for it. I got to hear from my man Brad, because Brad.
Well, you can hear whatever you want. I got a bunch of screenshots like that.
Yep.
So I mean, there's plenty of live streams with all the footage and everything else. It doesn't matter at this point. I still personally feel
Fairly
that Brad
rotard
is,
over
you know
here.
what, he's free
Beard
to do
boy
his
has
thing.
the
Go ahead, do
receipts.
your thing. I got no problem with you, brother, still, because you are a pissant to me if this is what you're trying to achieve. I mean,
Don't
this
be two-faced.
It's just simply not enough to bother
Don't be
us. It just
two-faced,
isn't. Now,
Doug.
at the same time here, we're
Don't be
concentrating
two-faced,
on
Doug
productive
Tard.
things over here. We're trying to expand out and build an incredible base. We got people over here who are being, I would say, they're losing
No one
faith.
should be
Why? Because
two-faced.
they're
No,
being
that's
poisoned.
bad.
They're being powered. They're being
Bad.
poisoned.
I
I feel
agree.
Mommy Renfrew
that's it,
doesn't
man. I mean,
like
Jesse
that.
Miller's a
No.
perfect example of this. It really pains me to have to send a brother to Panama.
Yeah.
Panama.
really does.
Da, da.
Yeah, but that was still doing good. He wasn't doing well. He was really
I have
upset.
feelings for Jesse Miller. I respect Jesse Miller a lot as a contributor to ComicsGate.
I agree. Hey, you know what? Jesse Miller's still a mod on my channel. I won't remove his moderator until he tells me to, or until he does something wrong. And I saw him doing weird mod stuff on other people's channel and going crazy. And he's still a moderator.
I just think he's gotten some bad information and coupled.
then
No,
there's
I saw him go completely unglued on Brad, completely uncalled for, completely unglued, psycho. If you're
Well,
standing by
Jesse
that,
has strong
then
feelings about anyone that works with Crypto Comics. Like Crypto Comics wants to dox comic skaters.
Crypto
He wants to
Comics
dox
has
customers.
absolutely nothing to do with Brad. We've already covered
But
that
in
with
Jesse's
Joe.
mind, he
I
did,
don't know
and that's
about
why
that,
he-
Doug
Then
Tard.
Jesse was
Yeah.
wrong.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Jesse
I don't
was
know
wrong.
about that, Doug
Okay,
Tard.
well, hold on
Little
a second.
two-faced
Well,
Doug Tard. A little bit. I don't
While
know.
these guys are wrong, I have 100 people in the name of war campaign, which we already know is false, but they're doing it all over my Twitter saying, Doug, you're defending a doxer.
No, that's
So
today.
Those are
That's
our
today?
people, but
Oh, wait a
but
second. Let me
maybe
make something clear.
they
No, hold on a
shouldn't say
second.
that.
Pad, please, let me make this clear, okay? So Brad, he says to me that he's not doing this working with crypto. Fine.
Absolutely not.
But then he's coming into many, many different chats with crypto and all these other fellows. Do you understand? This is the
Yeah.
problem, right? So this is it. It's
And being buddy buddy.
That's
okay,
a
so
problem
they're coming
there.
in
Yeah.
all the time, you know,
Yeah.
working together. So I don't, you know, it seems very false to me. To be perfectly honest, that's the problem here. It seems very false. Now that's one
Yeah, it's
issue.
yes,
I
a
want to
little
put that
false.
aside because, you know, it's almost like neither here nor there. It's time to put that to rest, in my opinion. I think that's where you think you think so too, no, brother?
Absolutely, but I got to bring up one more thing.
Yeah,
Because if
go
we're
ahead.
talking about doxing, did not Panboy say that he would go to Matt's house before he made the video and call him out?
No, absolutely not.
Didn't
no,
say he would go to his front porch.
no, they said they were good. Pan, what did you say exactly?
Well, this guy questioned our manhood, my manhood,
Mm-hmm.
DMs for weeks, and I said, yeah, bro, I'll fucking kick your ass.
Okay, well, you'll go to his front porch and kick his ass.
No, so hold on a second, Doug. You don't want to get into this. There's a whole list.
If he invites me there, yes, I will.
Right now, there's a whole list of screens with all this where they went back and forth, you know, culminating in Matt doing this.
Yeah.
The
But
point is-
wait, Ro, if I find evidence that Panboy said I will go to your front porch and kick your ass, is that not the same as a real life doxing?
no,
Why
it's
is that? Why is that? How is
Because
that
you're threatening
doxing?
to-
That's
because
a
isn't that- isn't
that's
that
a
a-
man-on-man confrontation.
But is
first
it a
of all-
threat
And
that you're going
you know
hold on a
why can't two men fight?
Okay, is it a threat that
What's wrong
you're
with that?
saying you know where his front porch is? Is it implying
No,
that?
I don't. But no, I don't know where he lives. But
So
I
you did-
say,
so
I
you
will
didn't
kick
say
your
front
fucking
porch.
ass.
You didn't say front porch.
I did say that, but
Yeah, you did.
Did I give him?
So I'm just saying these are the facts.
I don't have his address,
no,
and I
you know
don't know
what?
where he
What
lives.
we'll do?
Doug.
Listen. If you
But
want
I
to see
will
all
kick
these,
his ass
hold on a
if he
second.
wants to fight.
If you want to see all these screens, we could pull up all these screens
Doug,
later.
do you want to get it on video, bro? Because you fucking fund it, and it will happen. You buy the plane tickets for everyone to come see this, Doug. Since you want to hype it like a
I'm not,
promoter,
dude. I'm not,
let's
dude.
make this
I'm not
happen.
hyping. I'm not hyping anything.
Okay, anyways,
You
what
want
I'm
to you want to
saying-
start
hold on,
shitting
hold on,
comics
hold on.
game?
Pan,
Let's
Pan,
start
Pan.
shitting comics
Pan,
I'm
game.
not.
Hey,
all right, no,
respect, Doug.
I'm
You're
clearing
bringing
things up. I'm trying to save
Respect Doug's
Comicsgate, bro.
authority.
Crypto
Yeah.
Comics is a pussy, and I will kick his fucking ass.
That's good. I'm
if
not,
I ever
I
see
don't-
it.
All right. So hold on a second, Doug. You can't now. You have no idea about the proof. You have no idea about the evidence, and you walk in listening to one man telling you that this is what this fellow said. Okay, so if you want to see a list and you want to play detective, I can get you a list of 100 screens, and you can make your own mind, and you can spend 3 days where you should be drawing another
Detective
book.
Doug,
and
yeah.
analyze
I want to see
stupidity
Detective Doug
between
Tard.
two
Yeah.
hot-headed individuals on the
Detective
internet. You
Doug
can do
Tard.
that if that's what you
Yay.
want to do. Personally, I believe it's a complete waste of your time. All right,
I say let's make this
now
happen.
what I'm saying instead to you is this: is that let these things go. We simply don't want to know this fellow, Mr. Matthew Mertz.
No, Doug, I did not dox Crypto Comics, but I will beat his fucking ass.
And
he
you know
ever
what?
wants to
I
come
don't go for real
no.
life threats that you do to him
I don't
or the
give a
video
shit.
or the video that he did. I'm just telling you.
No. You can't. But you can at the same time tell me that what Pan said and that what this other fellow did are two equivalencies. I mean, that's it. This is
Crypto
what-
Comics,
they're not equivalencies.
I will beat your ass.
All right. Anyways, moving on from this. I mean, this is just stupidity, absolute nonsense, in my opinion. All right, now past that kind of stuff. There's the fact is that you've got
Fun
IndieCon
stuff.
coming up over here, right? So now the thing is we got this adjacency business. So who is Comicsgate, who isn't, and who makes a decision? I want to ask you that, Doug.
I think Comicsgate is a contract or an unspoken contract between creators and backers. Specifically, the thing that makes it uniquely Comicsgate is people who have been oppressed for their politics and religion, like I have for 20 years, by executives, fellow comic creators, fans, people on Twitter, we found a place with each other where we could unite and unite all the backers for our love of comics. And I actually make comics, love comics, and I've been doing it for 20 years. And I found a alliance here, including Nasser, Ethan, John Malin, who's doing Nasser's cover. All these people are my people, without question. Without question, I am ComicsGate. I lived it, so I don't have to even put the name on me. I just am. You'll see. I very rarely put the hashtag ComicsGate on my tweets. I am already. And Nasser's a ComicsGater, hardcore. The people commenting on them, I don't know how many of them are ComicsGaters or not, but to me, people who love comics and want to support us, people who've been traditionally oppressed, say for voting for Trump, being a conservative, whatever, and they're tired of what they think is a industry going south because it's being too politically correct. That's what unites all of us, and we're united by more than what we're divided. That's my definition of ComicsGate.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I like it, to be honest. Okay, now here's the thing. So if you got a site now, and that site is being moderated, okay, it's accepting submissions of people who say that they're ComicsGate, they want to be listed. And now let's say, in this case, this is how Indicron was, is that you had to actually say that you are ComicsGate affiliated, and then, so they wouldn't actually list you, you would have to ask to be listed, right?
That's right.
Okay, so now if you ask to be listed and they decide that you don't meet the requirements for whatever it is, and I know they even had a requirement for a certain quality standard as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that permissible for them to do it, for whoever it is in this case?
Indicron is none of my business. They can do anything they want. They're just another fan site of aggregating a list of comics that used to be all ComicsGaters, and then they started being a little more picky or selective or using different standards to put them on there. That's from what I know of it. And I am friends with Pixel Trader, friends with that guy. So I've followed him on Twitter. He's followed me on Twitter for a long time. He backs my campaign. So he's also a backer. He's also a customer. And he's a friend. So I know him well, and I know Indicron well. I never asked to go on Indicron. Bigfoot Bill was put on there back when the design of the site was a little more just, they're doing you a favor. They're going to put your campaign up there. And just to let everybody know, then last fall, when they did the redo with two other gentlemen, they did a redo and they added the standard and tighter controls and multiple layers of controlling. And I saw from that back then, I thought, it's none of my business, but that is a really stupid idea. This is going to go south quick. And then I saw, and this whole current, a couple of days ago, civil war was started by two of those guys in that company.
Okay, I just want to interrupt.
Who, Ro? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so here's the thing. So I want to just make it clear, where I stand with these fellows and their site.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so I mean, Pixel Trader, he came on our show. We had a good show together, actually. Jean-Luc, he came on our show once. He said something and the stream went down. He didn't come back on us since then. He had
Blue Dolphin.
Well, that's it. It's a blue dolphin sometimes. Now, so all these fellows, they're doing their own thing. We're doing our own thing.
That's right.
I mean, we support them in as much as we support ComicsGate. Does that make sense?
Indicron is not ComicsGate official. ComicsGate,
Right.
Like I said, is the
Well, hold
contract
on.
between the creator and the backer.
No, it won't be ComicsGate once Crypto Comics gets all his fucking guys on there.
Okay,
and
hold
they're
on a
able to
second, hold on a
box a bunch of
second. But you hear-
ComicsGaters. Yeah,
you hear
then
what
it
I'm-
won't be ComicsGate.
But you hear what I'm saying? So the thing is that this was a ComicsGate project started by Mr. Edwin Boyette from a spreadsheet and then passed on to these fellows to build into a site. And at that point, they're building this site out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they are putting up not just indie projects, but very specifically ComicsGate projects, and they're doing their thing, right? We're not involved in their decisions.
Nope, not at all.
I don't even know who's listed there. I think it's Jean-Luc at one point. He put a picture of me up. He sent me a DM. He said, "Ro, can I put a photo up?" I said, "Just put anything you want up there. I'm not paying attention." So he put something up. I mean, they were doing their own thing on their own site.
That's right.
Right. Okay. So now you're coming out just like me as an outsider, and you're looking at them from the outside, and you're thinking, okay, well, they're having these internal arguments, and you're taking one side over the other. No.
I wasn't aware of the internal arguments because I came out swinging on principle that Jean-Luc and Dr. White, to me, my assessment of them as men were they were not men in full. They were SJW and what they do.
Oh, that's insulting, Doctard.
A whole lot of Comicsgaters and creating great division within Comicsgate. They started the Civil War.
Yeah, you're the one who sounds like one right now, Doctard.
Particularly, so I came out swinging.
Bit of a hypocrite,
Jean-Luc, you started a civil war.
Yeah. I saw all this drama that does not need to be here, and Caesar wants the drama to stop.
Oh yeah, we want it to stop too.
And it's started by this jackass Jean-Luc, who was calling
punching down, Doctard. Big man,
Doctard. He
punching down. Good job.
With
Good job, Doctard.
Hold on a second. I don't. To be honest,
he did.
Good hug there.
The Doxer set up his Indiegogo page.
It's not true.
Right, he set up. Okay, now anyway, so
The Doxer set up his Indiegogo page.
Is the cake a lie, Doctard?
He did not work with a known doxer. He had a guy look at his campaign, give it a check off, and he said, "Oh, thank you."
Okay, in any case, what I'm saying is I'm not there to get into their business.
Cool,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're doing their thing.
Yeah, Doctard,
that's up to Jean-Luc and the rest of them. That's, that's neither here nor
Did
there.
you have some soy in your milk
I can't
today?
pay attention to that.
Soy milk in your coffee? I don't know.
I only paid attention.
Don't know, Doctard. Don't know about that.
Okay, let me read a few of these super chats out here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got Passion for Drawing for $5. Hail, brother. He says, Doug, I was trying to reach out to you. Hope we are cool. Love you. War Campaign. Hail, brother. We got
Passion for Drawing.
Right on. We got DJ Kong for $5. If this boils down to crypto being pro-doxing, then it's a consumer safety issue, and there should be no compromise in consumer safety.
Yeah, good job, your boy. Finally
Crypto
took you
has
long enough.
zero access to anyone's Indiegogo, to my knowledge. I don't see how he could ever get that
But he said that he was
information.
going to create relationships with Indiegogo artists so that he could get that on the
Yeah,
slide.
he can say what he wants. He ain't gonna get my list.
There you go. Perfect. I like that.
Good
analysis.
job, Doctard.
But wait a
Very
minute.
good there.
But down the
Yeah, be
line,
more like that,
someone is
Doctard.
going to give
say
him that.
more
No,
like
this
that,
is, no, not
Doctard.
necessarily, Pan. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? So that people get informed,
job,
that people
Doctard.
know that's what all our
Took you
people
long
are here
enough.
for, to inform others. And then this thing just doesn't happen, right? This is the whole
Well,
point
if
of
you
it.
work with Crypto Comics,
No, we
it'll
don't.
be
Nobody
known.
does. Nobody does. I don't think
No one
anybody.
does. No one's
Yeah.
affiliated with Crypto Comics.
yeah, that's the key.
Nobody.
No one does.
This
Slick Jimmy, all these other people who are on his stream every night, like they don't get any input from him. He doesn't edit their books.
He doesn't have
I don't
access
know.
to their
I think he
campaign.
does.
He doesn't have access to their
someone's
campaign.
going to give him that access, and that's what Jean-Luc was
well, we'll
worried
address
about.
it when that happens. That is not going to happen, as far as I know, from these great men of
Oh,
character.
so you want a victim?
Okay, so
Is
this
that
is
what you're
the
saying,
preventative
Doctor?
before it
So
happens.
first there
right
has to
here
be a
is-
victim,
I think this is the
and
middle
then...
ground. I think this is the place where we can
Okay,
actually come together,
Doctard.
Doug. You know what I mean?
All right, I
This
got you,
place right here,
Doctard.
Because you and I
Okay.
and all the rest of the guys on this panel want the same
Never
thing
go
to
full
happen, which is
Doctard,
nobody,
Doug.
no
No,
information
never go
to
full
get leaked
Doctard.
out, so that this customer information is kept secure, so that people continue to have faith in the creators and in the projects, right?
And
And
it's
this-
not
this
is-
gatekeeping. If you're trying to keep known shit disturbers out, it's not gatekeeping.
Yeah,
if you're
I
trying to
agree. That's why I went after Jean-Luc. I got some real gatekeeping.
Okay,
guys
punch it
out.
down again,
He gone.
Doug. Good job.
Jean-Luc,
Good
he
job,
told
Doug.
lies about
Yeah.
me, and they all said,
Good
"Oh,
job, Doctard.
Doug,
Keep punching down.
he's just exaggerating. He really goes crazy when he gets drunk."
Look
I was
who's
the only one
talking
sober there,
now.
to tell you the truth, because
Oh,
I know
look at
exactly
the
what I'm
mirror,
talking about.
Doctard.
I got the
Look
cut
in
of this
the mirror,
man's jib
Doctard.
right on. Same
Yeah,
with Doc
maybe
White.
you should look in the mirror,
You know what
Doctard.
happened? What ended up happening, and I had 100
Hypocrite,
people telling
Doctard.
me.
Not good. Not
Doug
a good.
is believing
not a good,
lies.
look, Doctard.
Doug is believing
No.
lies, and Jean-Luc's got it right.
Doesn't look good for you,
and
Doctard.
and
No.
Jean-Luc
Looks like you're
is
punching down
canned
and
from
lying,
Indie Cron
Doctard.
because he's a piece of shit. John Puke and Doc
Well,
White.
Like,
Ooh,
hold
look
on,
who's
no,
talking
I mean,
about
Doc,
puking.
really. I mean, you're saying
maybe
you
you
want
should look
peace,
in the
and then
mirror,
you're,
Doctard.
you're swearing up and down. Look, put it this way: you yourself can say this to me,
Ah,
Doug. No?
beard
So this
boy.
fellow is
Hey, got a
believing
retard
that
there,
crypto
yeah.
is working with him
Hey,
on a
retard,
project, right? So
yeah.
he rightfully so doesn't want this known doxer to be working with this fellows on his project, and then to list him on his site, and then encourage people to buy that stuff. I mean, if you can't see that, then obviously, I mean, it just sounds like you got a personal problem with this fellow.
It is personal. I do have a personal problem, and I took him out, and I'm happy about that because we're going to clean up ComicsGate by getting that Drek out of Indicron. We're going to rebuild Indicron, make it something respectable. Something very respectable.
Did you hear what I'm saying? I mean, it sounded like, right? This guy specifically was feeling like he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, no, this guy doesn't have that kind of character, brother. This guy ain't that. This guy's a snake. This guy's like,
look in the mirror, Doctard. Look in the mirror.
You
seem to be acting like one.
And I'm happy about it.
Seem to be acting like one,
Doctord. Let's read the next super chat
He's
over
a
here.
non-factor now because, like you said, he is out. He's
Jean Puke, he gone. Doc White, they gone. They came after me, and they came after Nasser. They came after Handyman. And you know what happens when you go after friends of ComicsGate, true ComicsGaters? You gone. Indicron got it right.
Wow.
Pixel Trader got it right. Goodbye, guys.
What are you thinking, Gat?
Wait, whoa.
Well, no, I would say this, that we are the war campaign, Doug. And you want to see true fucking ComicsGate, you're looking at it, buddy.
That's right. I agree.
We're loyal to the core.
So,
and now Coach Malin says that he blames apple cider vinegar.
Hold on, man.
Yeah, no, I want to hear Gat. Yeah, Gat.
Like I said before, if these people who claim that they are war campaign are doing these things, it's their rights as individuals to speak up however they like. If they cross the line, that is that man's fault. You don't put that on the entirety of the war campaign. Do you see what I'm saying?
He's that wolf campaign. Yeah, wolf campaign.
We are not directing anyone to do anything. Everyone does their own thing around here.
That's fair.
So,
anyways, let me make it clear. We are True ComicsGate, Doug, and you are beholden to us. We're the customers here. Right?
Sure.
No, honestly. I mean, I paid for your book, right?
You did.
Yeah,
you did.
So this is it, right? I didn't pay you the extra for the shipping, though. That's on you, brother. That's on you, brother. That's on you. I ain't paying
we back it because we believe in it.
All right. So moving on. We're True ComicsGate. That's what we are. We are the customers. We are the ones putting the money down.
Respect the customers,
Doctor. Right? Love my backers.
Respecting it,
all right. I want to make that clear. You don't make the decision about what is ComicsGate. We do. We the people do.
And that way the customers respect you.
You have to have something to buy. You have to have a creator to buy something. So it's both. It is the creator and the backers. It is not just the backers. And if it is, I'm also a backer of over 20 ComicsGate campaigns myself.
Doug, you're an amazing artist, and you've dedicated your life to this. But you know,
all day, all night, bro.
You know.
All right.
By the way,
that's why we're all here.
Nasser is one of my backers, and Handyman's one of my backers. These good people, they don't get impugned by that. Okay. Pixel Trader's one of my backers.
Right on. All right, let's read some more super chats. We got that umbrella guy for $2. CG money for CG projects. Adjacent is not CG.
Doug, are you adjacent?
Look at Doug's face on that one.
Agree with that?
Let me think about it.
It's nothing to think about. It should be yes.
Yeah. No.
There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to think about.
We know that not all of your fans are CG, but are you CG?
I'm absolute, dude. I don't even have to even answer that question for you to know that.
It's a little strange, Doctor. Wait a second.
Yeah,
isn't that what the SJWs do, Doctor? Isn't that what the soy milk drinkers?
You better believe
Isn't that what the soy people do, Doctor? You seem to be doing that right now, Doctor.
My thing is this: if you're not ComicsGate, you're just not ComicsGate. End of all, and end of it. That's the be all, end all. Yeah. There is no ComicsGate adjacent. There is no, okay, I'm just here for the brand recognition and just to skim a little bit of money because I have some sort of association, but I'm not in it all the way. That doesn't make any sense to me. It never does make any sense to me. Sure. It
sounds binary to me, Black. It sounds binary to me. That you're either ComicsGate or you're not. ComicsGate adjacent. But like Rose said about War Campaign, I don't answer for what comic buyers say. If some guy says I'm ComicsGate adjacent and he wants to buy my book, get in.
Yep.
I have nothing to say to that guy. I have nothing to say to any of these people out there who they can claim whatever they want.
You don't hate them, but you say, hey, why don't you take a look at ComicsGate because this is the movement and you should get those adjacent guys into ComicsGate.
But you got to understand that as far as the consumer base is concerned, they're looking at it from two standpoints. They're looking at it as, you know, the industry, and then there's ComicsGate. then I'm looking at it, then there is no in between. You're either one or the other because of the dichotomy of this whole industry and the way it's been and the way it's what it's morphed into. You're either in one camp or the other. Now, that's not to say that you can't buy from both, both sides. Like people do it all the time. But you can't, in essence, like let's for example, I'm a consumer. I can't be Comicsgate adjacent. That just makes no sense because my money is either going to go to a Comicsgate book or to a non-Comicsgate book.
Sure.
Okay.
And I always encourage people to buy Comicsgate.
Right. So as a creator, someone who's supposedly been negatively affected by not being able to get into the industry, but see Comicsgate as an alternative and a way to get your ideas out to the public directly. There is no adjacent. You're either Comicsgate or you're not. Yeah. You cannot fence sit as a creator and say, well, I like the concepts, but I don't want to be associated because of I see what's happening with Ether Van Sciver, and I don't want that negativity on my projects. Guess what? If you're not in the industry, that's going to come to you regardless.
Yeah, fair enough. But Black, let me give you some of my complications, and I'll let you respond. Okay.
Spin zone.
I have.
I was gonna spin it.
I have 10
spin
books.
Time, guys. Whee!
I have
spin
with Scholastic. My book that I just recolored. Spent $15,000 of my own money paying for my colorist, who is absolutely 100% not Comicsgate, and she's made it clear. And she's been my partner for 20 years coloring my books. And I put out Creature Tech, which is one of the only pro-evangelical books to come out of Image. And I have Comicsgate people saying, I won't buy that because it's Image. I go, look, this is the only evangelical comic that Image puts out. Right, yeah. And you're going to try and starve my career off the vine. So fine. That's consumers are right. Dude, the consumers are always right? On Scholastic today, look up Renfamous.
Yeah, Doug.
Ren was
Doug Tard chat's always right, Doug Tard.
Publisher.
Yeah, you should check the chat.
We're all leftists, of course, but
I got some tips
she
there.
was sending them saying, how dare you publish Doug because he believes there's only something like he only believes there's two genders or he's transphobic. So I'm getting hit by her. My Comicsgate bona fides are operated on every day, but I still have comics at Scholastic. I'm making money off it. Scholastic's making money off it. I have comics at Image. Image is making money off it. I'm making money off it. And I have a non-Comicsgate partner. It's very complicated.
It is. I hear what you're saying.
You're right. You're right.
And then with my backers, Black, I have, I've been doing comics for 20 years. I have a huge fan base. Not 100% of them left me when they found out that I was against gay marriage. Some of them did. But about 2/3 of my backers are anywhere from left to hard left to maybe even SJWs. And 1/3 are Comicsgaters. And now they're split down the middle because of Jean-Luc.
No, we're not split down the middle at all. And let me make something clear. Jean-Luc was not kicked out of Indicron, right? He called Edwin Boyette and asked him to take over because he said that he couldn't handle all these decisions and the rest, the blowback from his decisions. All right. So he asked him to take over. And you know what? We said that's a great idea.
That's what Jean-Luc says. But my understanding from the source is he gone.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're gloating. I got to say, brother, it's very clear to me.
I'm thrilled.
It's a little weird, Doug Tard.
A lot of the chat is asking, why did
it's a little strange, Doug Tard. You really enjoy punching down, don't you, Doug Tard?
It's like the background of Rose scream.
I
did that.
Likes punching down.
Because Indicron needed to get rid of
Jean-Luc.
Did you succeed?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Look, from the ashes, a phoenix will rise. Indicron more powerful.
I agree with you.
Better for more comic creators than ever before, including Comicsgate.
You know what? I think you're saying that he says to me that he asked Edwin Boyette. You're telling me that your source, they're telling you that he was removed forcibly. All right, well, what?
Guy, he has no character. You can't trust the Jean-Luc guy.
Okay, then you know
I
what?
don't know about you either, Doug Tard, with the stuff you said this night so far.
Well, no, we're not saying that either.
I don't know about that, Doug Tard.
These other people, let's
a little weird, Doug Tard.
That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is this, and this is
a little strange, Doug Tard. What's come out of your mouth
today,
Doug Tard?
Outcome.
A little strange, Doug Tard.
In my opinion, he's the best, most well versed to figure it out. I mean, he started this list. He's been doing
So
nothing
far,
but
so
growing,
good for Rotard.
the actual comics
I don't know
out there.
about him
So
either.
let him take over
He's
this
got that
responsibility.
weird
Frankly,
mustache.
I wouldn't touch
Little
this
mustache
with
weirdness.
your dick, Doug.
What's
You
going
understand?
on there? Seriously, the hair?
I have Edwin's ear. He said, anything you want, let us know. I have Ben Hennessy's ear, the other partner. He says, anything you want, let us know. I have Pixel Trader's ear. Anything you want, let us know, because they want to restore this site and repair the damage they did, both to ComicsGate.
The damage you did by trying to burn it down. Doug, you did the damage.
In the name of Indicron, they're going to repair it, and they're going to repair their relationship with Handyman. I suspect will one day be Indicron, 100% ComicsGate Indicron. Handyman, buy it right now. It's available on Indiegogo.
Okay.
And NASA.
People say this as if we are upset about Handyman. Whatever. We don't care. We don't care. Excellent. I haven't had a chance to look at his project yet. We don't.
We just thought it was funny that like Ro, went out of his way to talk to the guy and make peace with the guy, and then the guy came out and like talked shit about us afterwards.
Yeah. Anyways,
I thought that was funny.
I've talked
Yeah,
to
it's a
Brad
little
all
funny.
day today.
Yeah, a
He
little
has nothing but
strange.
good things to say
I
about
like
Ro.
this guy. Funny
Perfect.
boy
Of course,
here.
because he'll
Funny
tell that
face,
to you,
beard
but then on
boy
the
here.
outside he'll go against
Maybe
work.
I can't say what he's saying to other people. I can tell you what he said to me. And
Perfect.
I'm
Good
a pretty
enough.
good judge of character. I'm a pretty good judge of character.
Right
I think.
I
think
don't
he's
know
a great
about
shooter.
that,
Sorry,
Doug.
Doug.
It doesn't
All
seem
right,
like you're a
just flying
very
here,
good
bro.
judge of character
Yeah,
at
but
all.
we know you are. That's it. Okay, we got
At least
Mr.
not
Canales.
lately.
All right,
No,
Canales.
I don't know
€100
about
for
that,
€3.
Doug Tard.
Thank you, brother.
You don't seem to be a
wishes
very good
to
judge of
make peace
character.
in
No.
ComicsGate.
We got to make.
Hail
peace.
Canales, the Hound of Basque.
You got Black Russian Bot for $1.99. Hail, brother. He said when Ro had his issue, he didn't call you soy, Doug.
True.
I'm not sure what he's referring to, but thank you, Black. Good
Did I
guy.
call
Yeah,
someone
I
soy?
think he's
Did I call
referring to
someone
you're
soy?
acting a little
We
soy
don't
today,
think we don't
Doug
think
Tard.
Doug is soy.
Tonight you're acting a
I
little
respect
soy,
Doug because
Doug
he's
Tard.
convicted. Like he,
Little
he
bit.
believes.
Oh,
in this.
he's a
He's,
convict?
I am also.
no, convicted. He has
I'm also a
conviction.
convict.
That's why we were. Dog, you are.
He has
not.
convictions. That's right. Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Got
wrong.
draw and talk.
He's on the right side. of the law.
$4.99. Draw and talk. He says Handyman left CG because of harassment by War Campaign. I should know because I'm the writer of the book, and Brad's my friend.
I've never.
Okay,
I've
well,
never even
if
heard
you
of
would,
this
if you
guy.
would provide us screenshots where War Campaign harassed him, we would greatly appreciate that.
All right. What do you want to say, Ty?
I'd never even heard of these guys, this Brad guy or his book when all this came up. It's just, it's like Doug, when you said that your timeline was filled with War Campaign guys giving you shit today. Was it anyone up here on this panel?
No.
Was
Thank
it
you.
Pam Boy? No, it wasn't.
You got to think about
Say
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
this is the War Campaign that started the gangster shit right here, Doug. So if we aren't coming at you, I would suggest that War Campaign official stance is we don't hate Doug to Naples. We
Sure.
like
We have a lot of fans that love us and love you enough to tell you what's on their mind.
Yeah,
and
Try to help you,
That's
Doug.
right. And I listen. I
respect
listen
you,
to
Doug
my.
Tard.
Oh, I
Even
know-
if we're
I know
just
that
making
our
fun
own
of you a
guys,
little
I know
bit
that,
tonight.
okay? 'Cause I heard
Just a little
today
bit.
We had a tribunal,
Just
War Campaign
joking
tribunal in our
around.
Discord.
Yeah,
and they said
just
it clearly that
joking.
there's quite
That's
a
all.
few of them. Okay, they were quite upset with the comments that upset is not the right word. They were pretty pissed off with the comments that you said last night. So that is also
About what, who, and what. No, I didn't say anything about War Campaign.
well, no, you're saying
No, Doug, you did say that you loved War Campaign last night
Absolutely.
after I
There you
super
go. So
chatted.
they're
I,
upset
I,
about
I'm
that.
not sure. I didn't listen to the stream after I logged
Good
off
job
of
there, Doug.
Caesar's
So
main
far.
stream. I logged
At
off,
least
man.
that-
That was
that
it for
one
me.
little
But I mean,
minute
I didn't
there.
watch the rest, so
So
I don't
good
know
for
what
one
you said.
minute,
I'm just
Doug.
relaying to you the
Now the
comments
rest of
that I
the
heard.
show,
There
oh
it is. We got
boy,
DJ
Doug
Khan
Tard.
for $5
Hey, but
to
at least he
clear.
said one
My
thing.
comment wasn't
Okay,
directed
then
at Doug.
finally.
Anyone working
Took
with
you
crypto,
long
I'm
enough.
still looking forward to Bigfoot Bill.
Good man.
Let me said a few
And
okay
though
things
I
earlier.
take heat
I
for War
don't know.
Campaign too. I got a
It's
lot of
been a
people.
rough
War
night.
Campaign has a lot of enemies.
No, you
and
do,
they, and they-
Doug.
and they want me to
We
virtue
know
signal.
that, bro.
I
And I'm
know
just
you
like,
Know
look,
that, man.
It's
got-
the same thing.
Well,
This is why we brought you on. It's like, yeah, we want to clear the air. We want to talk to you,
I appreciate
man
it.
to man.
I
And for me,
appreciate
Yes,
it.
to
Doug, I
clear the
respect
air
your
so we can go
loyalty
back to love
NASA
campaign and peace campaign.
That's what you're here
'Cause this-
doing.
this
You're
is
standing
boring.
up for what you believe in. You always do that. You were banned off Twitter for it the other week. So
That's right.
you know,
And I'm going to
respect
push a
that.
little farther on that and probably piss you guys off, but I'm also loyal to
It's
my
all good,
friend,
bro.
my friend Tim
all good,
Lim. I'm loyal to my friend Nurkish.
He's a bunny.
Oh,
that doesn't-
bunny.
He's a clown.
Hugs
I'm
for
loyal.
Bunny.
And
Yeah.
we're loyal to Caesar.
Bunny hugs.
That's
I'm,
fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
way loyal to
That's fine.
Caesar.
Oh,
I
a
love
clown
me
is a
some
little
Caesar.
scary.
So put it this way,
Little
right? For
scary,
us,
the clowns.
you know, the be all and
Too
end all
scary
ends
and a
with
very
Caesar.
scary
That's what
clown.
it is, right? Hail
little
Caesar.
bit
That's the number
sometimes.
one
And,
for us.
Caesar, and
Just
Caesar's done
sometimes.
more for you than Nurkish and Bunny ever will.
Yeah, but
just
but
think
it's not
that you have
it's
to
not that
realize
kind of a purchase thing. He didn't have to do anything for me before I'd be committed to a friend. So it's not by the
Okay.
dollar amount, although
Nicely.
he has turned it on for me.
Right
I'm
on.
friends with him even
Respectable.
if he didn't make a dime off me, because it's not, this isn't
Good for
you.
Well,
prostitution.
no, he never made a
friendship.
dime off you. You made a dime off him. It's okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I help him put on a show. I mean, he keeps me
Okay.
on to put on a show.
Yeah,
So I
funny.
help him run
You're
his
funny.
show.
Good
His
funny there,
show
Pantard.
brings in
You made me
subscribers, and
laugh.
subscribers pay.
Took
for
you long
subscriber
enough,
for it. So I
Pantard.
help
Helped
him.
You've been
everybody.
sucking
I
all
am
streams.
contributing to
Caesar is
him.
charitable.
He is
Get it
charitable.
together,
He
Pantard.
absolutely
You get
gives,
soft.
he gives more
Look
than
all
he
soy,
gets.
Pantard.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hail Caesar.
All right, let's take a look over here. We got DJ Kong for $5. Hail, brother. Doxing is publicly outing someone's private info, not saying you'll meet someone to fight. All right, okay. Next, we got Benjamin Henderson
Yeah.
from the Caution Zone. Hail, Benjamin Henderson. He's got his new book out, Ravage, Kill All Men. And for $1.99, he says, you rock, Doug.
That's right. My Ben Henning right there. Fixing
Ben
IndyCron
Henderson.
all day, all night,
That's right.
all day. It's going to be a shining star.
You probably felt you were being attacked, so yeah, you wanted to kick in a little bit.
I
I
think
Well,
someone's
he mostly
feeling
wants you to
the
buy
death
Ravage
right now,
Kill.
and they don't know
He wants you to buy
why.
Ravage Kill All
Tickle
Men.
his
Respect Ducktard.
That's right, that's
yeah.
right. All right.
Respect
Thank
Beer
you for the
Boy.
super
Okay,
chat.
don't entirely. That
Thank you.
mustache. Really.
Jack Straw for
Shave!
$5.
Shave,
Jack Straw. Bottom
Rotard!
line is Crypto associations and creators to dox people.
What is
He
this?
worked with
Sir,
Brad.
did
He
you
also
put
said himself
like
he
some
is not
grease in
CG.
there?
All right, let's
Are
move
you
on. From that.
Travolta?
You know what? That
Is
point
it the
does
John
stand. He did say he's
Travolta
not
Rotard
commentating. All right,
episode?
but in
What's
any case-
going on here?
I got Jack Straw all day on Twitter, man. He's going hard.
He's up your
after-
back hole.
He's
Hail
going
Jack
hard
Straw.
after-
There.
Hail
Super
Jack
chat.
Straw.
Yeah, he wants your back hole bad.
Hail Jack Straw.
Yeah, and it's just like, hey, these guys, if they're going to go shit on you, what can we do about it? Their
I
opinion,
don't
Doug,
need,
you know?
dude, I can take it, dude. 20 years. It doesn't, I
Right.
read him and I go, you know what? That's
hate
that's
us
his
too.
opinion.
You're right. You know,
That's
we
his
think a
opinion.
lot
You know
of
what,
shit
guys?
too, so.
I love Jack Straw. I
Yeah.
might have a man crush on Jack Straw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
You
There's
guys
room
calm
for
down.
him. There's room
RBCC.
for him.
I heard your
A
little
lot of
RBCC.
Doug, a lot of those
What
guys
is
that are
he
coming
doing?
after you today are
Yeah.
good dudes, man. Tinfoil Hat Nick, Edwin the Ace, Jack Straw, they're good
I would
dudes.
say all
I
of them
agree.
are good dudes.
I agree.
Ace.
Loyal,
Yes.
as loyal as you are to Nasser, Doug.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Yeah. That's why, you know what, to get past this, okay, I would take a pause.
Tinfoil person.
To get past this, I honestly
Yes.
believe it's not to gloat about any perceived victories or not to, it's really to move on and say, okay, well, Edwin Boyette's going to be running this
Speaking
site.
of moving
Okay,
on, but I
we
would
all
skip
trust in
ahead a
his
little
judgment.
bit.
So,
This
I mean,
is-
we're going to leave it in his capable
This
hands.
is like, I'm not
Okay,
doing
and
the
we're
whole
gonna
thing, no.
and yes, we're gonna press to make this to
This-
keep this.
Let me see what
You know,
else
to have
is-
it,
well, let's
to
go
have
to
it
the
CG
next
only, or to
duck
have it.
part.
You know, that's what we'd like. We'd
Duck
like that. We
talks
want
for
a
a
place
while.
where that can be listed.
Yeah.
That's what Mr. Edwin Boyette did. It's not about being
That's-
indies, about being CG.
yeah,
So,
there we go.
so that's what we're gonna
Maybe
press,
here.
but we're gonna leave it in his capable hands, and he's gonna take the shit for it. So thank you, Edwin Boyette.
And I'm advising
Okay,
him to go
let's
indie
get to
also.
Here's fine.
Saying that's why I went after Jean-Luc, because he's the SJW, and we got rid of that trash from ComicsGate. He gone. Thanks.
That's a
Again?
little extreme.
He
Yeah,
seriously
we're gonna
punched
move
down
on.
the
Yeah.
cat.
Jean-Luc is a wannabe gatekeeper.
Oh,
He wants to keep
Ducktard,
that gate, but I don't know
no.
if he's an SJW.
No, why,
Yeah, this
Ducktard?
is no. I'm not ready to.
That's a
listen,
few times now,
I can't call
Ducktard.
a comics gator who's been around for at least I would say a year and a half solid. You know, daily.
No
continuously.
good.
I can't call him something like that. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
he's
can't.
been around longer
I
than
don't
you,
even like
Ducktard.
Jean-Luc. and
He's
I
been
won't
around
fucking throw him
longer than
underneath
you,
the bus like
That's what I
that.
mean.
He's
I
not
won't call him an SJW.
I will.
The Jean-Luc Tard.
I'm
The Jean-Luc
thrilled
Tard
to
has
throw
been
him
around
in.
longer than
Listen,
you,
listen,
Ducktard.
but
Prerogative, I guess, Doug, you know, but we
Fail.
honestly,
Fail,
honestly,
Ducktard.
if the guy, if
Indicon wouldn't have
Fail.
gotten the righteous Edwin Boyette would not have gotten rid of him, that guy, if he was what you guys thought he was. So I'm saying
Wait
you're
a
wrong.
minute.
The right-
Edwin Boyette is not. Edwin's not the type of guy that just kicks people out. Like, you know, that's just
Gone.
not Edwin's
I'm
personality.
not
He'd
making
be
it.
He'd be running that thing.
So to say that Edwin kicked him out or got rid of him, that's just completely false.
Anyways, you know
say
what?
that.
I'm happy about the future coming up. Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Edwin Boyette's going to be running it. He's going to be arbiter of moral authority instead of Mr. Doug Tenaple, which I think is a great choice. And
Yeah, good thing it's not
Yeah, we got-
Ducktard.
we got Jake Beal from
Doug is the arbiter
Keep
of his
punching
own
down,
moral authority, which
Ducktard.
is fantastic.
True.
We got Jake Beal for $5. Hail, brother. He says, praise be. The light of Caesar has set Rose Bacol ablaze. May his natural gas be a beacon to the sunbeam.
No, stinky tard! Stinky road
I want
tard!
to know that I'm
Stinky
holding off my
road-tard. No,
full
stinky and
endorsement of
dirty.
Indigo until I see
There's
how they make
stinky,
it right
and here's
with
dirty.
NASA.
Dirty
That's
dog
Andy,
tard
man. I'm
and
holding
stinky
off
road tard.
until I see where it lands in the reconstruction. I have great hope from what I've heard.
Reserve judgment until you know, all the truth is out there, really.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we got Brian the Observer for $2. Hail, brother. He says, debate Jean-Luc. I will host.
I got nothing to say to that
Brian
guy.
the Observer.
I'm thrilled. I don't have to. In fact, I think I muted him because he tried slamming on my Twitter account.
Sure.
After he tried dissing my Comicsgate buddy Nasser cover by John Malin, available on Indiegogo right now. Comics.
It's a beautiful
No
cover.
advertisements for NASCAR on the stream, please. No advertisements for NASCAR.
Okay.
And then we got Maga Magus for $5. Hail, brother. He says, one concern I have for the adjacent CGers, they do it to court fans, but it seems everyone hates CG. Black Cap, you want to
Hail,
talk
brother.
about
Thank you for the super chat.
The reason why I see why people hate Comicsgate, well, not really hate Comicsgate, but have a disagreement with Comicsgate. One is what we're going through right now. There's a lot of infighting. There's a lot of distrust. There's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of that. I mean, Comicsgate right now is the Wild West. There is outside of everyone having that unified goal of no forced agenda. Right now, it's just it's the Wild West. It's like anything and everything goes except agenda, and everyone is vying, jockeying for position, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to be that person who's you know, going to make, you know, the next $500,000 book, or Cyberfrog is the bar right now as far as success goes with Comicsgate projects. There are some that meet that criteria, and there are others that don't. And the ones that don't are the ones that are trying to get into that position where they can. And that's where the problem lies, because there's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of greed.
Some guy makes $500,000, man, and suddenly everyone comes out of the woodwork and goes, "I can do that. This will be easy."
Yeah, but they can't do it because they don't have the experience.
It seems like somebody did do that.
Ethan Van Sciver has.
Yes, it seems like somebody did.
His name alone brings brand recognition in and of itself. So if you don't have that kind of backloaded experience, you're not making it. And the people who back your books will let you know, because if you're only getting to 10% of what you need to make for your project, that shows you where the audience is.
I think Zach, your boy, doing so well. Was a part of it too,
7 days to get to 10% of what it is that you need to back your book. That right there is telling you where the audience is, and the fact that you're not promoting yourself enough for your books to be funded. If you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not putting boots to the ground, if you're not grinding to get yourself out there, then you don't deserve to get funded. Crying to Ethan, get me on, come on my stream, let me bring me on your stream, That doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're gonna succeed either.
Totally agree. People put too much weight on Ethan and expectation for him to save every single comic in the whole world, and you have to start building your own backer base. I put on a show when I can, and I have to develop my own audience.
Right.
And a whole lot of them come from Ethan. Yeah. A whole lot of them come from WARCAMPAIGN.
You had a pretty small amount until Ethan helped you out there, Doctor.
I got 500 subscribers. I'm just saying, we're building our
big time as you,
our backer, and then we want to share with each other. We want to have
didn't have 10,000 even
channel
until Ethan helped you.
Their
so
books.
I don't know.
That's great.
I don't know,
I got Llama Gigante.
I don't know about that.
He said, or Llama Gigante. It's a Mexican thing. Llama Gigante. He says, when would Jesus gloat?
Let me answer that.
In times of great victory.
Sure.
Wait, no, he wouldn't.
Sure. Certainly, at the very least, at the very end of time, when all things are made right, I think he'd have some time to gloat.
All right, we got Maga Magus for $5. Hail, brother. He says, one concern I have for the okay, hold on. I read that one already. Everett Todd for $5. This is why #Comicsgate needs a declaration of independence of its own.
True. True. I think
God, thank you
I
for your
think
super chat.
a lot of the chaos and swirl comes from not enough leadership on how to act and what the actual rules are of how we're going to
But
conduct.
here's the thing.
Yeah, you should look in the mirror on that
the
one,
leadership.
Ducktard. Punching down.
Who's the leader? There's no leader.
That's the
There's just a
problem.
bunch of
There's no
YouTubers
leader.
that are a part of a movement.
Definitely not
There's no
you,
leader.
Ducktard. With
People
the
want
punching
to say
down
that
of John
yes,
Luke.
Caesar
Pretty
is the
wrong
leader.
there, Ducktard.
He inspires
It
us.
seems that way.
He inspires
Yeah.
us, but he has said many times that he
Yeah.
doesn't assume any leadership responsibilities, and nor
Yeah.
should he.
It's true.
So what is the leader? I mean, that's one of the things.
I think the problem is, he
leader.
does not
I understand
want
that,
the leader role, but
but,
he is the leader.
There we go. All right, let's see here. We got Jack.
and we consider him the
Mhm.
leader.
Jack Straw for $5. Jean-Luc left IndyCron before you were even involved. Doug, again, no idea what you're talking about. And then he writes for $2, hail Jack Straw. Jean-Luc was CG before you, Doug.
That's not true, buddy.
That is true. No,
That is
you are
impossible.
wrong. You
Well,
are
I'm pretty
wrong,
sure he was, actually,
Ducktard.
because he used to be around before you showed up. Yeah.
I've been CG since 2001.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh,
I don't even
Ducktard's
think
gone
CG
full
was a thing.
Ducktard
That's a
again.
choice.
No, the name didn't
The,
exist.
the idea of CG being
he's
CG
gone
is not a
full
word,
Ducktard
not a
for
again.
being a Christian,
Uh-oh.
you know,
CG is not a
absolutely, you
title.
suffered that.
CG is what
You
you
suffered
do.
No, you're killing me.
No,
bro.
you're just a
We
joke,
understand what Doug is
Ducktard.
saying, but
Good thing
CG
we're
has
just
only
joking
been around
with you,
since most
Ducktard.
people argue
Woo.
maybe
All,
2000.
Aren't you
all
lucky?
I know is my kids love
Aren't
your
you lucky,
Doug. All I know,
Ducktard?
my
We're
kids
just
love your
joking
books,
with
Doug.
you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying
We
I was
just
CG
want you to
before
respect
CG even
everyone,
existed.
Ducktard. The way
My
most
value,
of us
CG is what
respect
you do.
you,
It's not the
Ducktard.
title you wear. You can go
Respect
around and
your
slap that
fans.
title on yourself all
Respect
you
your
want. I don't
customers.
give that title to myself.
We will
If people
respect
ask me how
you,
CG is,
Ducktard.
Specifically,
But
a
what-
market created by people like Zach, who brought the market together, who were the pioneers who actually created CG as we call it, though, Doug. You know,
Yeah,
what
but
I
I'm saying
Right, the modern
my
CG.
own fight against the SJWs in all forms of entertainment, video games. I was Gamergate too. Video games.
Oh wow, really? He was
No,
And-
that's a-
wow. He's getting all
Wait a
the
second, I read
unlocked
this comment. It's a good
achievements
one.
today. Wow,
Todd, he says you're the Al Gore of CG.
Holy
he's
shit.
unlocking all
Al
the
Gore.
achievements.
whatever.
He invented the internet.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't think your name's on the
Doug, tell
Wikipedia,
us about,
Ducktard. I
like,
don't
you
know.
know, the
Oh,
early
but it's
days of
Wikipedia, so
CG,
it can
you
lie.
know,
So
back
we don't know,
I'm
but
talking about
let's
the
just say
principle of what
I never
CG
saw your
is.
name
What
in the
I
news
described
either,
as CG, the
Ducktard, with the
contract between
Gamergate.
the
I think
reader
I
and
believe
the
you may have
creator
tried to stay
were
away
a
from
little
that as
upset,
far as you could.
more than a little
Maybe,
upset
maybe
with
I'm
the
wrong.
decline
After I'm
of comics that's been
retard
going on
campaign.
for
I'm not
30
too
years.
bright. No, I've got some
That
issues.
is me. I've been fighting that
Yeah.
fight for
Yeah.
my values against
I
political
don't
correctness by little
Hugs.
blue-haired
Hugs.
weirdos
Hugs,
hitting me from the
Ducktard.
side
Okay.
for 20
Hugs.
years.
Peace campaign, hopefully.
The title,
Tough
slap a
campaign?
title on yourself.
see.
Fine, big guy. You're
Hopefully
CG now.
this peace
I've been doing
campaign.
it for 20 years.
That I can understand.
And I'll tell you something else. CG is fortunate. CG is fortunate that I take the name.
Oh, wow! Wow!
Yeah.
The eagle has landed!
Okay.
Whee! It's a wee party with the Ducktard!
CG.
Wow!
Doug, you've brought so much to CG.
the dog, brother.
I didn't bring it. I
Oh,
was already
Ducktard,
here.
you
I
are
was
a
already
joke.
here.
Brought the hardcover.
Good
that's
thing we're
for sure.
joking with you, Ducktard.
I was
Good
already
thing.
If it was gonna
Doug,
be
man,
my
thank you,
coffee table,
Ducktard.
brother.
I would take off my
Been doing
At
this-
least we're trying
been
to,
doing this
Ducktard, for
been doing
God.
this a long
Wow!
time.
Wow,
Been
with
doing this a long
that
time.
statement! Wow!
I think I made Ro pass out.
It's been a good show.
Having an asthma attack
Good
over
show.
there.
This is
What
good.
do you expect? I mean, this is war campaign. Hey,
At the very least.
Oh, man, sorry
everybody,
about that.
if you're not subscribed,
Check out
subscribe
my
to war
pants.
campaign. We
Check out
do
my
this
pants.
twice a week.
Yeah,
Twice
yeah,
a week we
yeah.
fuck around.
Yeah, like,
We have
subscribe.
the
ring
best guys
bell.
like Doug on,
Ooh,
Black
shit.
Cap.
All right, there we go. Yeah, this is basically
Beard Boy, I think, just lost it.
I mean, I would like to
Beard
say
Boy
blood
lost
sports,
it.
but it seems
Oh,
more
that's-
like
Beard Boy's
office
like,
sports. No?
look at Beard Boy's face.
Goes
He's
there
losing it.
sometimes.
This is
You know,
the best show on the YouTube right now. If you're not here, you're missing out. You're missing out on
Yeah,
serious
because you're on
things
it,
the
right,
real
Ducktard?
LARPing.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
you're
ego.
entertaining. I gotta say
The
that you're
massive
entertaining, bro.
ego of Ducktard.
All right, let's see here.
Best-
we got
best ego
Custom
on the
Elvis. He says
planet,
you
right,
all
Ducktard?
should go eat
Yeah.
Snickers.
Ducktard. Woo,
Yeah.
Ducktard.
Go for a second.
I'm
All right.
drinking a beer.
We got Liam Gray, Anime Hitman. He says for $2 Australian, is loyalty deserved? if someone is just using you.
Yeah, Doctard. Are you
Hail-
using us,
hail, Liam,
Doctard?
Interesting.
Are
we'll
you
DM you, brother.
using us,
we need to
Doctard?
get you into our Discord.
That's
I know
not
you've been
good,
trying to
Doctard,
get
if
into
you
our Discord.
are.
We're going to get you there.
He's a long-time friend of mine.
Yeah, that's
He is.
really
He's a
great.
good- he's a good
I
writer,
like
too.
that. I like that. His loyalty deserved.
writer.
Someone is just using you. Yeah, it makes you think. Makes you think, doesn't it?
And there's a lot of you.
Liam's actually one of the guys
Yes,
at
yes,
NASA.
indeed. Look in the mirror, Doug, if you are.
Hail Liam.
Check in the mirror,
a lot of my
Doctor, if
friends
you're
disagree.
using
It's cool.
someone,
Yeah,
or
yeah. They
a
just
group of
one of those.
individuals,
We're adults.
or if you're
It's
if
cool
you're
to disagree
using
as long as we can all
Comics
get along
Gate
and understand
to
and
sell
have
some
some
books for you,
professionalism.
Doctard.
Yeah.
Are you doing
But
that,
we
Doctard?
need to talk
Are
about
you?
like what unites us. What unites us is a love of comics. This is about,
Exactly.
in the end, it's about making great comics. Maybe the industry is going to crash. Maybe the whole thing's going
Well,
to.
and our willingness to contribute to this new
Medium.
We're
section of the
building an
industry,
island.
which
We're
is
building an
Comicsgate,
island, and we don't want to split off people from our island.
Absolutely,
Right?
bro.
That's what we
If
all believe
people
in.
split off, it may be the Tim Lim anti-war campaign people split off.
Whoa, hold on a second.
They're cute.
No, this fellow, I would say he's a dastardly wabbit.
He's a prolific.
Well, he is the Ides of March.
He's a
Right?
prolific
the original
indie
Ides of
con.
March.
Now it's old model, so I don't know how long ago.
Doctard is having some serious issues tonight. Ooh, Doctard.
My point is, he
Oh, boy.
split off and made his
He
island.
draws
and
cute bunnies.
And Vox Day split off and
Bunnies,
made his
hugs.
island. We don't want to take what's left of Comicsgate,
Yes.
this huge island where we're all so united, right?
Mm.
So many of us. We don't want to split that island up.
All I got to say is,
There's room for all of us, even the cucks.
all I got to say is glove.
Love.
Right? Glove.
All I gotta say is
Love
that Tim
campaign.
is
Yeah.
actually
Peace.
responsible
Peace
for the
campaign.
war campaign
Yeah.
existing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He created us. Thank you, Tim Lim.
Thank
yeah,
you,
he's
Tim
our
Lim.
origin
And-
story. That's right. Yeah.
And he just false flagged me last week, so thank you, Tim Lim.
Yeah,
You're a stand-up
literally,
guy.
that's absolutely true. I forgot about that, Wizard.
Yeah.
Tim Lim
Rabbit
actually
season.
created the work.
Yeah.
It's all
Since
over
Steve
protecting
died.
Caesar.
That's right,
And
July
the
2nd.
treachery
Rabbit
that
season, hail
was,
Mike
you
Anger.
know.
Yeah. Okay, Steve died.
Transcripts.
Sure.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, he tried to take Caesar out, so that's what it was. That's why we got created. That was
So we're gonna say thank you to Tim Lim.
Yeah, I'll say here we sit like almost a year later, and it's like, yeah, man, we're still protecting Caesar.
You got it. You got it. All right, Dr.
And
Wright.
Lion Man
Yeah.
and Crypto Comics are still rubbing his nuts.
There you
Little
go.
bunny balls.
Okay, stop with the foul language.
We got
Bad
Dr. Wright.
Bantard.
Dr. Wright. Okay, so he was
Beard
part
boy,
of
get it
Unicron. He goes,
together.
You have
Take
no idea
control,
who Jean-Luc
Beard boy.
is or what
Oh,
was
that
happening.
mustache
You're
is
judging
terrible.
someone you don't know very much
You-
about and condemning
Oh,
someone
that-
without evidence
whatever.
or due cause.
Weird slick
we
thing
know.
hair.
We know.
All right.
Fair enough. He shouldn't hit my friends. Fair enough. I'll come at him.
Maybe stop
No,
punching down,
And I don't know how much
Doctor.
I can even
Yeah.
take that tweet seriously, given what I know of that guy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We got Mana Sex for $1.99. Hail War Campaign. This is Mana Sex. Hail War Campaign. Keep it jizz nasty, Gat. Wizard.
Ah, more bad words.
Yeah,
bad.
that's our
Jizz nasty, I
Big
forgot.
Bro.
I told him I
Bad
had to
job,
pay for this, so
Rotard.
keep it jizz nasty, brother.
Big Dick Tom.
I was
Ah.
going to need a thanks for the translation. I need that.
I know
respect
that's
Rotard.
actually all like it's like inside jokes and all that.
We got
Hail.
that umbrella guy. That's Tug for $2. Hail, brother. He says
Hail,
CG is
Tug-Tard.
tired
Yeah,
of being
Tug-Tard.
treated
Yeah.
like an open checkbook.
Yes.
True.
Yes, stop.
Backers must be
Oh, they-
respected.
Respect
not a bank
them.
account.
Yes,
Super chat.
Doctor, do so.
I don't think
yes.
that's really what we're talking
Maybe you
about
should
here,
do
though,
that.
to be honest.
Maybe you
But
shouldn't
it's a true
use
statement that
people.
But I felt
I'm not
like
saying
I'm being
you're
respected.
necessarily
You're respecting me,
Doctard, but for
be
some
respecting
people,
part.
it
know you're
seems that way.
I don't
It
wanna
seems
talk
that
about that money
the chat
thing,
has
because people who
issues
know
with you,
me-
Respect each
Doctard.
other.
People who know me know that I
Yeah.
put more into my
Seems like
books
some
for
people
my
have some
backers.
issues with Doctard.
The
Little bit.
actual amount of
Yeah.
profits I'm pulling from it.
Yeah,
It's a
good
hard
point,
cover.
Doug.
It is a
Yeah.
crazy, expensive, nutty campaign. I do that because I love my backers and I engage them. And I do know there's people who see them as a just a mere living and a checkbook to constantly exploit and just pull money out of. And that can't stand either. That doesn't help our cause either. There's a couple.
But how can that happen if people have the option of putting money in or not? It's not like it's not the same as Marvel or DC, where not necessarily from us. they're pulling money from retailers. You know, they're pulling money from retailers, and retailers are hoping to recoup by trying to sell it to us. It's not the same thing. You guys are selling directly to us. Unless you have a product that appeals to us, you're not getting money. So you can't treat us like an ATM, because in this instance, in relation to ComicsGate, the ATM has the right to go, we're not we're not doling out money. So all of these individuals trying to come into this community, trying to use it as an ATM, it doesn't work, because once again, if you don't have the name recognition, if you're not putting putting up, promoting yourself heavily, and if you're not showing, promotion, some sort of art or something that makes sense, no one's going to back it. So it's not the same. You can attempt to treat ComicsGate like an ATM, but when the ATM looks at you and laughs and spits out a receipt that says, your credit card is void, what are you going to do? You're not going to make it anywhere. ComicsGate is the only industry, or the only thing going on right now where the people can look at you and say, kick rocks.
Yeah. I've always felt that backers aren't dumb. Backers aren't stupid, but especially my backers aren't stupid.
Well, Doug Tart.
Backers can
That's
smell a
good
rat.
to
Backers
know,
aren't
Doug
stupid.
Tart.
Like, everyone wants to know where their money's going. They're going to
That's good
investigate
to know,
what they're
Doug
investigating.
Tart.
Backers can smell a rat.
Yes, they
Or
can,
you can
Doug
fool them
Tart.
once with one book. You can't fool them twice.
Exactly. And that's why Umfufu is having a hard time getting his book backed.
Oh, Kwanzaa.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, we got Maxwell Miller, hail brother, for $5. Thank you, brother. He says, Proverbs 24:17, do not gloat when your enemy falls. When they stumble, do not let your heart rejoice.
fair enough. Because the scriptures are true and right, and you properly put that in context, I have to recant my gloating and say that that wasn't right of me.
Maxwell, thank you for the super chat.
Good, Doug. Respect Doug Tart on
We
that
got
one.
GR People for $5
Yes,
Canadian,
respect
hail
Doug Tart
brother. He
there.
says, so Doug got rid of Jean-Luc, eh? I fucking stood up for
Oh.
you when Rikita's followers advised him to stay away.
Huh?
GR People throwing down. Thank you for the
I don't
super
know
chat.
what he's talking about. When Rikita's followers
Advised him to
Stood
stay
up for
away.
you, man.
Yeah.
stay away
stood up
from
for
what?
I don't know, maybe from your something dirty. I don't know.
I'm friends with Nick. He's not going to stay
know.
with me. He's a friend.
I don't know. There's something there, but basically, I think he's saying that Rikita's followers advised him to stay away. I'm not sure, brother. I have no idea. All right, let's go on.
He can give another super chat and clear that up.
He will too, because he's rich. GR People, he's our brother.
All right, we got
Made him money.
We got Canales, hail brother, for €2. Hail brother. Canales has no leader, only people he likes being around.
Hail, brother. Thank you for the super
We got Soyboard Panboy for $2. Hail brother. He goes, hail Poe, hail Big Dick Tom, hail War Campaign.
Wow, Soyboard. Yeah, this guy, I like this guy. I talked to him the other day on the Discord. Soyboard, he's one of our guys. Hail, brother. Thank you for the super chat.
Good people.
All right, this one for $2 from Jack Straw. Doug protects his friends, just not us.
Doug
Thank you
Tart
for the
caught,
super
were
chat.
you?
If
You
you're
were
my friend, I
caught there.
protect you.
I think
I don't know
Doug
what
is just
context
fiercely
Jack Straw-
loyal.
I don't know what context Jack Straw is talking about. So he maybe needs
Doug
to
is
be
fiercely loyal, and
Maybe you
I
were
think
caught
we
there,
all
Doug Tart.
respect that.
Yeah.
fiercely, guys. The whole world can fall down around you and turn their back on you, and I'll be right here with you. Period. That's a principle.
I don't know.
What's the next
Doesn't
step,
seem
then,
like
Doug,
it,
for
Doug
actually
Tart. It seems like
building
you're
this
saying
thing
one thing,
and
Doug
moving
Tart,
forward
but
from
doing
any
another,
disagreement or
Doug
the
Tart.
fallout that happened
seems that
internally to
way.
IndieCron, and that had
I
very
don't know,
little
it's up
to
to
do with you
Rotard
and very little to do with
and
me,
Pan
brother.
Tart,
we gotta.
Cat
we-
Tart,
I-
and Tyler Tart to make
IndieCron
that
is its
decision.
own thing. It's a website,
Yeah.
right?
Retard
Not affiliated.
campaign. Yeah.
But I think we're going to take a little pause with that situation. When that gets restructured, reoriented, and relaunched, it's going to be a new thing, a new great thing. So that'll take care of some of the trouble that was going on is gone, and properly discredited. And then going
It'll be
forward,
nice. John Luke won't be able to gatekeep it. We'll have all sorts of crypto comics.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Edwin Boyette will be. I think
books
he'll be
on there.
gatekeeping it. I spoke to him today. You know, I spoke.
Is Edwin going to
Edwin's not
gatekeep? I mean, but Edwin's a nice guy. He doesn't want to gatekeep. Like,
Well, he
it's really
said to
not in his
me-
personality
I'll just tell you what he said.
to go out. I mean,
Hold on, Pat.
what's he going to
I'll
do?
tell you what he said to me. He said to me today, very specifically, that there's no way that crypto, okay, Matt Mertz, is going to have anything to do with anybody. I mean, he says he's radioactive. That's what he said.
Oh,
Radioactive.
crypto.
100%.
Okay.
Crypto. Did you hear that? Edwin
Nope,
said you're
noted.
radioactive.
All right. So he said he's radioactive. So there it is. So I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
Well, you
I
know
get-
what? Then I fully back Edwin. You know, that's all I needed to hear. And hail Edwin.
We can trust
Hail
Edwin.
Indycron.
We can trust
Hail new Indycron.
Hail new Indycron. You can trust Edwin. You can trust Ben. You can trust Pixel Trader. You can trust them. They're gonna.
okay, we got Mike Angerhauser.
Oh, crypto's radioactive. Oh.
Mike Angerhauser for $5. Hail Mike Angerhauser. He says Jean-Luc Mizel is my man.
Wow, Angerhauser has a lot of authority with me.
All right. So we got Manasex for $4.99. He says, Hail Doug, your art is amazing, but your mouth flies faster than facts sometimes. Being said, looking forward to Bigfoot Bill. A man sticks to his guns.
It's entirely possible that I could be flapping my mouth too much. Always possible.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, brother. Not the first time, probably not going to be the last time. But, the good thing
respect
is
Doug for
that,
saying that.
maybe if you sleep on it for a day or
he's
two, you
admitting
may be able
something.
to put
Good
your
for you,
message
Doug Tard.
in better words
Yeah.
so that people understand what you're trying to say. No?
Well, I don't see, my people don't have a problem with understanding me. My backers are fine with me. Some people leave because of the lies they've heard, and they
Just
can go. They
deliver
can
on
make.
the
I
book.
trust them with their
Deliver the
judgment. I
book,
trust them with their
Doug Tard.
assessment.
That's
I
all you
absolutely
gotta do.
trust them. I always feel like
And you'll be
you
fine.
get the exact
'Cause that's
audience
what
you
you do.
deserve.
Deliver the
I
book.
get the exact audience I deserve. I have nothing to say to the people that
People
aren't in
make
my
up their
audience.
mind if they want to back you
People
or
who
not.
are, welcome. I'm here to take care of you and serve you all day with everything I got, and I'm going to give you good cheddar.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to your book. I got to say, I back Bigfoot Bill, and I'm
Respect
looking
Doug
for it,
Tard.
and I didn't
Yes.
pay extra for the shipping. I mean, how
Book's
bad did
good
the
so
shipping
far.
cost you? I mean, tell us
Yes.
about that.
I'm going to lose 18,000, well, 16 now, because I went to my backers and said, hey, I'm going to lose some shipping. No pressure. But if you can kick in a little more, they voluntarily gave me another $2,000. So I'm only about 16 grand in the hole. I knew the 16 grand, this is into my profits now, right? So it's not like I'm not in that kind of trouble.
Sure. Okay.
I'm just looking at what it cost me to work for 8 months. And the amount that I was trying to get out is cut way down because of shipping. And I am willing to eat that all day because I'm committed to this business. It's a small startup business that my backers are gifting me. They're gifting me $1 before they sell the book. They invested in me, in my book. And so
Yes,
I am
they
loyal
did,
with my
Doug Tard.
entire
They
work life,
did.
which is exhaustive.
'Cause they
To give them
respect
the
you,
best
Doug
book
Tard.
I can. And when it's going to deliver by the end of this
Remember
month,
to
perhaps the
respect
beginning
the
of next,
customers, Doug
the shipping is
Tard.
not a problem. Nothing stops me. Shipping's not a
Keep
problem.
doing that, you'll be fine.
They're going to get
'Cause
this
that's
book.
what good
Beautiful.
artists do.
And I'll go toe to toe with anybody, anywhere, in ComicsGate or out, with what I gave them. In fact,
I do have faith that your book is going to be
turn
immaculate.
right around and sell it on eBay for twice its dollar value, because I'm creating a huge investment work of art that is a book.
Fantastic.
I can't wait for your book, though.
You guys are gonna. If you're not happy, let me know.
My kids are going to love
No,
that shit.
and I will, because Doug. I let you know when I'm not
We're
happy.
fanboys. We're
See?
fanboys.
The love
We got.
campaign, peace
I want to
campaign.
go through some of the chat
Hugs.
here. Just they're not super chats, but I want to read them.
Yeah.
I told people I was
Hugs.
going to read them, so here we go.
Yeah.
We got.
Ah, beard boy.
Okay, hold on a second. Prick 13, Doug's Way or the Highway,
Just-
Mox Rocks
Hey,
1103.
what's
I would
going on
loyally
here, even
teabag you,
beard
Doug.
boy?
Dr. Wright, Analytics and the creators themselves will tell you differently, so
Is
please
this-
stop pretending to
Is
know
he
something you know
becoming
nothing
Wolf
about.
Campaign?
Lama
I mean,
Gigante
what's going
says,
on here?
Zero sincerity plus every other thing you said today. Dan Marshall,
It's
Hollywood
the
Doug,
flaming
Team
thing
Crumpets
and
will let the numbers
whatever's
speak for
going
themselves.
on
I
here.
doubt Doug will lose many
Ethan-
backers, and I doubt most of the
Uncle
outraged
Ethan is
people
just-
are actually backers.
Oh, that just-
And then we got Soyber Frog. I turned off the streams and played video games last night. Blood pressure has a limit. We got Lama Gigante. Doug lives in his own world. We got Orbital 1970 Goat. High Peoples. We got Black Russian Bot. Don't care, Doug. You got paid. Poper Lives 34 links. Is this money shit? Say it point blank. We got, hold on a second here. 8-bit Elvis Pan, please have my baby. Brad Noble, Dirty Doug, got it, got that right. Death, read this. Doug is an effing bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, we got a stripper named Trixie. It's not
Respect
for
Doug.
EBS. My
Bad
wallet would
word.
be completely closed.
Respect Doug.
And
Don't call
yeah,
Doug
no,
Tart
I
a
gotta give a
bitch.
big shout
Doug
out to
Tart
a
is
stripper named
not
Trixie
a
last night. She
bitch.
went hardcore against Lion
That
Man
we
and those
know
other
of.
clown trolls in the Cecil chat last night. Hail, stripper named Trixie.
Respect Doug
And
Tart.
also
Respect-
Jessica
respect
Nicole
Doug Tart.
and
He painted
Frick
his
13,
face. He
PK
painted his
Conrad,
hair.
you guys fucking did your duty
Weird
last
colors.
night.
Because
Stuck into those clown
I don't know.
trolls.
Did the
Hail.
paint go into his brain?
Hail.
When he
Hail
painted
Centurions,
his
hail
head.
Valkyrie.
When he
You
painted
know what,
his
Pat?
hair.
It's
And he
always nice
painted
to
his
hear
beard.
that, you know,
Did
what
the paint go into his
our
brain?
movements are
Is
doing
that
well.
why he's
Thank you,
acting
brother.
this way now?
We got Peephole
Ah,
Circus,
Doug
BF
Tart.
Bill. This is for
Respect
2
Doug Tart,
pounds, 2 great British pounds.
Ah,
Peephole Circus,
Doug Tart.
Bigfoot Bill looks
Fail,
great.
Doug
Peace,
Tart,
brothers.
fail.
Hail Wolf Milk. No, brother, no. Please, no.
Whoa,
GRP.
Wolf Milk.
Wolf
Wait a
campaign.
minute, people.
Is John Malin in the chat? Oh, John
We
Malin's
got
probably
GR
there.
Peephole for $5 Canadian. So Doug is okay with Proven Swatter, Iron Miles Chung, yet hates Jean-Luc. All right, there we go.
Is that the GR people? Thank you for the super
Yeah,
chat.
this is the
That's a
internet.
bad
It's a
reaction,
Wild Wild
Doug.
West.
I don't
Dangerous
know.
out there, Doug.
Everyone
I mean, you
can
feel
make
like
up
you're
their own
navigating
mind on
it.
that
How do you
one.
feel about it?
The tape, the
This is
truth is
same old,
out
same
there,
old for
Doug
me.
Tart.
It's if you
Interesting
go out
reaction
and
there,
you state your
Doug Tart.
principles and you're a public figure, if you're not standing for something, you're not going to get hit. If you're not standing for something, you don't get hit. You're not doing it right.
And
So
I completely respect that.
And I listen to everybody. I listen to these people. I really do listen to even all the insults. I listen to them and consider.
Oh
them.
no, the milk must flow. John
Black
Malin is still
Black
here.
Cap, can you
Look at it.
give me your
John
parting thoughts,
Malin
please, brother?
Tard.
I want to hear what's on your
Malin
mind. I
Tard
find
with the
you,
wolf
I
campaign
would say,
tards.
you know what they say,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
an in-depth thinker.
Malin militia tards. Yep.
At the end of the day, I respect everybody in this entire community. Doug, I respect everything you've done so far.
Respect Doug.
I respect I can't tell you how long I played Earthworm Jim. It was insane how many hours I spent.
And you got
playing that.
a piece of my artwork, right? Did you get Grayskull?
Yes, I did. I
And
did.
He donated to the Tennessee Special Olympics, and I drew him a He-Man Grayskull.
Yes, he did.
Good man.
I'm proud of that. Very
That's
proud
right.
of that.
Good man.
And but like I said, just in general, I respect everybody in this community. I respect all the writers, artists, busting their ass to get their name out there, get their products out there, get them published. At the end of the day, people want good products. People want to read good books. The infighting aside, everyone just wants to be successful. Everyone wants to be happy and be able to produce products that one are new, different, innovative, and just have fun. This is supposed to be about people wanting to have fun again, because comics these days are not fun.
It's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun.
Okay, we got
Gotta
Pat
be
E
fun.
for $1.99.
Hugs.
Hail Caesar. Thank you, brother.
Hugs.
Hail Caesar.
Fun,
got
fun,
Jack
fun, till
Suffer.
your daddy takes your T-bird away.
For Jack Shaw for
Yay!
$5. Hail, brother. He says Doug cares about the little guy. That's why he disrespected Passion for Comics last night.
Passion for drawing.
That's right.
I
How
Passion.
do you feel about that, Doug? Have you listened back to that? How the conversation?
I listened to
went?
some of it. I don't recall. I was familiar with his avatar. I don't recall disrespecting him.
Yeah, that I
think
heard that
people
from a
thought
few
that
different
you just
people.
wouldn't listen to him. Like he tried to.
Respect
no, he
people,
didn't.
Doug.
Jason.
You should
I
do
didn't
that,
agree
Doug.
with
It's
him.
okay, Doug.
Respect people, Doug.
Doug was
Tard.
drinking last night. It's okay.
Oh, here comes the drinking thing. No. And no disrespect to this guy.
Doug Tard.
It's when I was stopping him every time they said something that I thought was a bad thing to get out there, like that Brad was associated with doxing or something like that. And I go, no, I got to correct you. You can't do that. And he kept doubling down. And kept
That's
doubling
not
down.
how it
And
works, Doug
I
Tard.
don't want that stuff. Not.
Brad's not a doxer. He's just a cuck.
That's not how it works,
Maybe-
Doug Tard.
I'm not making I'm only defending him of these lies that have been spread about him. You can't put that on a man unless it's true. If it's true, then say it.
Well, he did go to
You let
Kabir
people
and
finish
act all
talking,
nice and
Doug
come and
Tard.
talk,
If you don't let
outwardly
them finish
on open
talking,
Twitter about
then you're not
campaigning, how
respecting them,
So,
Doug Tard.
I can.
It just it
I got
seems that
screens
way,
right now being sent
Doug
to me where he's saying
So it
that he's
doesn't
not
seem-
ComicsGate. You know,
since
so
you
this
kept
is why he was removed.
Yeah, so he's
doing
not
what you
Comicsgate.
did
So
to him, and
bye.
you just
Anyways, I'm
admitted
not
to
getting
it,
into it anymore.
Doug
I'm done with it.
You
to
just
be honest.
admitted to it.
I want to say something, okay? And this is really about us, the war campaign. You know, and all this nonsense. Okay, first of all, we can move forward now with Edwin Boyette at the head. I'm looking forward to that. That's really going to be great.
Mhm.
So you know what? So cheers to a better day, a better future for us. But now I'd like to say, I mean, one of the biggest news for the war campaign, and you know what? I didn't get any congratulations. To be honest, my fifis. You know what I'm saying?
No, shit,
Oh.
we gloat too.
Not
Can't
the
we
Where's
gloat?
my,
Fifis.
where's my no,
For
not gloating,
Beard
but where's my
Boy.
happiness? Where's my joy? Where's my celebration? Man, we got a Caesar cover. for
Wow.
Vestige.
Hail Caesar. Hail
Yeah.
Caesar. Hail Vestige.
The
Thank
glory
you.
of the human sunbeam will be drawing the cover for Vestige, and that's, I mean, literally, it's the best day of my fucking life yesterday, and everyone was so embroiled, fucking arguing about this bullshit that it rained on my parade. So I'm just here to say, fuck yes, Caesar cover. Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar. Hail
Yes.
Caesar.
Yes, Cat Tart.
Absolutely incredible.
Pan-tart,
Really. Doug, where's my
Tart, good
congratulations,
job.
Douglas?
Congratulations, brother. There's no room for drama.
Black Cap.
Beautiful. I love it.
But as you
Are
go,
you ready for the best
Tart, yeah.
hardback
Of course.
comic book from Comics?
Beard Boy.
why
Beard
don't we get enough
Boy.
money to put it up to hardback?
No thanks. I don't want to get screwed for shipping.
There you
There
go,
you go.
Beard
Let's
Boy.
not
Enjoy
jump into
that,
that can.
Beard
Learn from my
Boy.
mistakes. But you know, there's a knot in our gut as we walk through the valley of the shadow of death together, side by side, arm in arm. And when you get out of it, there will be sunshine, better days, good times, laughter, great comics in the future. I see good things in the future. You have to get
Well,
through.
you know
that.
what, Doug? Like all our war campaign brothers hate you, but we love you. So,
Hey, you're the only ones that I care about. So
Yeah, no, they don't
That-
hate you. Ain't nobody hates
that's
you.
a
It's
bad
just, you know
line,
what? This is
Doug
just another
Tart.
day. in
Bye-bye,
time. We
Beard
got one last
Boy.
super chat here. Blind Observer Head brought us
Bye,
for $2. He
Beard
says,
Boy.
"Have you considered
Bye-bye,
AA,
Rotard.
Douglas?"
oh,
Bye-bye,
Oh.
Rotard.
the Observer.
Bye-bye, Beard
The super
Boy.
chat.
no, I don't think I'm a drunk. I don't. I
All
guess
right.
every AA guy says that, so I don't even want to answer that.
And we got a nice
Bye-bye,
super chat to
Beard
end this
Boy.
off. Jason Green for $5. Hail, buddy. He says, "Glad to hear the
Bye,
artist of Black
Beard
Forest,
Boy.
that's Mike Angerhauser, is doing well. Here's hoping for a fantastic recovery. Hail War Campaign and Doug."
Agree. And I push that
Hail
guy's
Mike Anger and hail
praying
Jason
for him
Green. Thank you
every
for the super
day.
chat.
praying for Anger House every.
Yeah, no, Mike's doing good, man. Like he's got that Canaan White cover coming out, man. I can't wait.
All right.
We're
Hail.
big fans. Big fans.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Thank you, Black Cap, for coming on. Thank you very much, Mr. Doug to Naples. Appreciate your time.
Respect everybody.
And as always, hail
Respect the
Caesar.
customer.
Hail Caesar.
Hail
Hail
Caesar.
Caesar.